Kava on his new fellowship. I'm sure you've all heard that. But it's great to see so many familiar faces here today. Far too often we have come together to discuss issues that are of concern to all of us, and I'm happy to be here with you once again. It's a great honor and a great privilege. It's also incredible to have an incredible slate of speakers, but also giants who have always stood tall on issues that matter to all of us. And of course I'm referring to the Honorable Reza Maridi. I am referring to the former Minister of Justice, Erwin Cutler, my good colleague, Michael Levitt, and of course our very own Michael Parson. So I think it's by now quite obvious that the organizers of this event, the Shorai Medi, have gone through a lot of trouble to make today's event possible. And I'd like to join all of you in thanking them for all their hard work and also for the stellar speakers that they have brought to various programs. So after 40 years, I think we can all agree there's good consensus that we really do face a grim state of affairs in Iran. The laundry list of things that we could all think of and refer to are pretty lengthy, as was recounted by the speakers before me. But just in general, let's just think of the feral economics, the cronyism, the corruption. Let's think of other things such as complete environmental mismanagement and degradation. Let's think of the gender apartheid and discrimination that is a daily facet of life for so many in Iran. And let us also think of the reckless foreign policy and the disheartening human rights situation in Iran. I've always said this to everyone, anyone who follows these things, I have to say, because we've been following it for so many years, and more often than not, we're heading back 2 steps behind rather than ever forward. It is really, really difficult to follow the situation in Iran. None of us can afford to be indifferent. Now, the one good thing is, given the litany of challenges that are faced by Iranians, the one glimmer of hope, I think, and the speakers today can attest to that, is that we have an incredible diaspora. We have thought leaders who have given so much of their time and their expertise to unravel all those challenges that the country faces. Now, I won't pretend for a second that I'm an expert on any of the topics that are being discussed today. But what I can tell you is, as an individual, I have always made a point of monitoring the human rights situation in Iran. And it is absolutely, awfully grim. Just to take last year, as Minister Cutler was saying, just last year, it's good to bear in mind that there were more than 7,000 arbitrary arrests in Iran. It truly, truly shakes me when I think of all those individuals who have been arrested. You recall that, for a decade, Iranians were talking about civil society and how civil society was capable of making a difference. Well, guess what? I think the Iranian government is fully aware of that as well. The people that they are arresting have committed no crimes. They are teachers. They are trade union leaders. They are lawyers. They are journalists. They are women's rights activists. They are environmentalists. They are students, and they're religious minorities. So in the face of all that, I think it's imperative that none of us remain indifferent, that we all realize that we have a role to play, and our role is to amplify their demands and to say, this is absolutely intolerable. So on that note, it's a grim reality, but I think we can all be inspired by the bravery and the courage that we have seen by so many Iranians back in Iran who face all these incredible challenges. They have given us hope, and I think that behooves us to give them hope by considering all the challenges that that country is going through and coming up